Liftoff and the clock has started.
Goal.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting Vobes One-Eyed Kenobi Show Me with me, lovely Richard.
And me, Julia.
And on tonight's show, ladies and gentlemen, we have a selection of stuffed ferrets, and you've got to decide which one is the weasel. Also, Julia has a wonderful new spangly dress, but she's not going to show it tonight. She's saving it up for a special occasion. And on the third stroke, there will be cat against pigeon, and you've got to stop it. That's just some of the things that are not likely to happen in the show tonight. How are you, lovely Julia?
Not too bad, thank you. How are you, lovely
Yes,
Richard?
I'm very well, thank you very much. Very kind of you to ask me, because I'm that sort of person that needs to be asked several times a day just to make sure that I'm still standing. Oh, I'm very good, actually. It's very kind of you to ask me. After all, I've not been very well recently, what with my terminal nose stuck on the face business. I can't get rid of it. I think the doctor said you're stuck with that nose for the rest of your life. What am I going to do? He said, don't look in the mirror, don't turn around, don't show people it, don't pick it in the bath. I never pick my nose in the bath. I always stick to the same one. Anyway, I noticed that there are people out there on the 9th of August 2022. Maybe they'll come back a year in time to now, 2021. You never know your luck, do you? Never. It's a big day tomorrow. It is the lovely Geronimo Joe's birthday.
It is.
He will be 60. The big six. No, wait a minute. He won't be 60, will he?
No, not quite.
It makes you feel like 60.
Minus 58.
Yeah, he's 2, is he?
2 years
2
old.
years old. Good gracious. Can he
gosh.
conjugate the verbs yet?
No.
No. Can he conjugate your nerves?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. He does a good job of that. Bless his.
Keeps my nerves strung tight.
Oh, yes. It's always good to be highly strung. Preferably above the mantelpiece when the fire is lit. Yeah, which will be nice.
Yeah.
We have pink drink tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Pink.
Pink. Cheers.
Ooh, there you got to...
Oh, yes, I've managed to tip it. Sorry. I wonder, it's that one eye business. And also on my blind side. But never mind all that nonsense.
Don't have anything to mop that up with. Oh, look, there's my hair grip.
Try that.
Oh, yeah, that's perfect.
I always keep that down there to suck on in the middle of the adverts.
Fantastic.
Wait, we don't have any adverts. Now, I understand that there are lovely people out there in the Vobosphere. Let's see if they're saying anything. Lovely Julia, is anybody actually saying anything in the Vobosphere as we go?
Yes, Josephine Suter says, 2?
2?
2?
2? Is he wearing a tutu?
No.
No.
I wouldn't stop him if he wanted to at the moment, though.
No, but he's not a ballerina.
No, he's not.
At the moment.
Anna Jones is asking, does he say mummy yet? Not quite. He says mama.
Mama.
And it did sound more mama a while back.
Mama, how does the song go?
Mama, I just killed a man.
Oh, yes, there we
Put
are.
a gun against his head, pulled the trigger, now he's dead.
Please go to jail,
Mama,
directly
life
to
had
jail.
just begun.
How
And
old-
now I've got to throw it all away.
Unless you've got very fast legs.
Mama!
Oh.
Ooh!
I'm sorry, the paddy wagon will be tying up any minute now to take both of us
Can you
away.
tell I'm not a big fan of Queen?
No. My husband and
Lies.
I... Oh, not that Queen.
Not that Queen.
Oh,
well,
sorry.
I like her.
Yeah, she's great.
I have lots of respect for her.
Her son's got big ears. Anyway, never mind all that. We have 88 concurrent viewers watching and 21 likes so far. 21 of you have already gone, do you know what? This is really good. You fools. You don't know what's on the paper. Look, barely anything. Never mind. We do have a couple of videos for you to show. We have the over there, and we have
sofa.
sofa.
There's nobody
Look,
except the ferret.
The ferret is ready to welcome the lovely Julia to do the roll call. But before all of that, look.
Ta-da! More cutlery. Oh,
And-
very fancy camping cutlery
Look.
that connects together. May I open it for you?
You may, yes. This. Oh, sorry. This. Stop it. This toast
Here
rack.
we go.
This.
He's going to have a bruise on that side of his head in a minute.
Yeah, like your.
Conk!
Thank you to Jason Patrick, Welsh Wanderer, who sent me very kindly for my birthday, I assume, or just out of the blue because he was randomly lovely. A toasting rack. It folds flat for storage. It's stainless steel. 4 slices of toast. Sits over your face. Oh, sorry, your camping stove. Keeps your toast warm. Or it toasts... Oh, I see. It toasts the bread over the... Because at first I was slightly miffed. How do you make the toast? But it sits over the stove and toasts it.
Yes.
Yes, that's very clever.
There we go.
And
Holy cutlery.
holy...
Cutlery.
Through the keyhole cutlery. So, I don't know if Jason is there. Is Jason Patrick out there this evening? If you
Often
are,
is, but-
He often is. Thank you very much.
Bonk.
It's marvellous. Can you play the spoon
No,
and
but you
knife
probably
and
can.
fork? Yes, but not... Ow. Yes, very nice. Anyway, this is lovely stuff to... How did you open it up? What did you do?
You have to slide. You see the hole at
Oh.
the top there.
Oh,
Slide
clever.
like that, and then
Cunning.
very carefully manoeuvre them till they come off, like that, and that, and that.
And that's how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. You saw it here last. Happy birthday, Joe, Jeff and Mandy.
Oh look, this one even doubles up as a bottle opener.
Oh, gosh. Clever.
Clever.
I wonder if it does it
Swiss
with my
Army
milk.
cutlery.
Swiss Army cutlery. You haven't got to be a member of the Swiss Army, of course. Thank you very much, Jason. I shall put that down there. in a very safe place.
Welshman Jason Patrick, nice got toast rack and cookery.
Yes, it's marvellous. Thank you very much. Very kind of you. It actually arrived at my neighbour. And I was reversing my van at the back of my house down the old back passage, which is painful when you sit down afterwards, as you can imagine. And some bar steward had parked in my space. And you know what happened there. You won't like it when I'm angry. New shirt time, big rippling muscles, green makeup everywhere. And in the end, in order to manoeuvre my van into a different place, I actually scraped and knocked off the wing mirror.
Oh.
Because somebody had parked in my bloody space.
As Joseph would say, oh.
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 Oh. Does he put reverb on when he says it?
Nobody could do. Oh.
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 Oh. Does it work on my mic too?
Where are you? Yeah.
Oh.
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 Anyway.
Enough of that gay banter. Anyway, but luckily it turned out it was only the covering at the back that popped off and it clipped back on again. But it's now tarnished. My shiny van is tarnished, ladies and gentlemen.
Not a happy chappy.
I was desolate. Resolute. What's the word I'm looking for? I was destitute. No.
You filled my brain with many words.
Yes, none of them is very useful. Jeff and Mandy says, hello, Richard and Julia, and the ferret. And the Stars B says, put a cone in your spot with the Bald Explorer face logo. Yeah, but people just move them out the way, the bastards. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go and I'm going to go to B&Q. Any place that sells this stuff will do, but they all seem to be closing down. Buy myself a couple of dustbins, plastic dustbins. Then go to Wickes, or any other place will do, but they all seem to be closing down. And buy a whole load of concrete, sand, and the shingle stuff. And I'm going to fill them up until they're unliftable. Then I shall get a sack trolley so I can actually move them on a sack trolley. And every time I move my van away, I shall put these things that people cannot move. Maybe square bins would be better because they'll roll round ones, won't they?
Did you mean devastated, by the way?
I was
devastated.
Devastated? No, that was desolate. Desolate? I can't remember. Don't take my coconuts, says Dave Yvette. I won't take your coconuts. Have no fear on that. First mark on the black van. Yes, Ron Langley.
Last week it was varnished. This week it's tarnished.
Yes, I know. Well, the first mark was when I ran over that 4-year-old child. I didn't mean to do that. That was an accident.
Terrible.
But didn't damn it. I know. And it was on the old
Inconsolable.
Tires. Inconsolable. That was the word.
Paul Cockerell.
Thank you, Paul Cockerell. You get the points. And what do the points make?
Nothing.
So, lovely Julia, do you want to go over to the desolate corner and do the, what's the name? Or not?
Or not.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a choice.
No, there wasn't a choice, really. It's just
do it, gal. Do it. Let me just sort out my trouser leg here. It's annoying me.
Oh.
Annoying me.
And you have some classy shoes to show off.
I do. I needed to feel nice.
Well, you do feel nice. I mean, you do look nice. You said you wanted to feel nice. She feels nice, ladies and gentlemen.
I feel nice.
There you are. You did
You're
that.
nice.
That felt very nice. Do it again.
I know, we're just weirdos.
Yes, you better wash your hands now in case you get COVID. Yeah. Actually, before you go across there, I need to find the actual music. Oh, here it is. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The lovely Julia going across the room. We still haven't got the extra camera, by the way, to do the floating. We need one of those floating gizzards, a drone that follows you across and blows wind in your face. Have you done any of this? Is this all ready to go, by the way?
Yeah. It probably needs scooting over a little bit because it's all pulled in one side.
Ladies and gentlemen, none of this is. Miss that damaged van. Can I take it? No, you can't have it. You can't have the van. What are you talking about? This swine. Right, here we go.
Lift off and the clock.
No, not that one. Here it is.
Too dizzy.
And there she is, across the room, ladies and gentlemen. It's almost as if it was seamless, except you could probably see the seams. Hello, lovely Julia.
It seemed less than...
seemed less than normal amount of bubbles. Oh, yeah, sorry about that. The microphone is 20 miles from me.
All the way over there.
Yeah, I do apologise. While she's
Hang
doing
about.
that, yeah, you do that. I'll just fade the... I've got the headphones on so I can monitor, make sure everything's actually working in perfect order. While she's doing that, let me tell you, we have Sean James Cameron has sent in a video today, which is fantastic. He's back on the London Loop. Yes, not as loopy as before, but manically walking. And he's starting at the old Bexley village, which was where we left him. Poor little bloke, sheltering under a armpit. And Bernie is out on the White Cliffs of Sussex. Won't tell you yet where he is, because there's lots of interesting stuff to come.
Vobes, we have a problem.
Oh, Vobes, we have a problem. Hang on a minute, where's the problem? Oh, did you try pulling it? I just need to go and attend to things.
It's gone all floppy.
Story of my life! Right, what we need to do, A, is move it around there so it's closer to you.
And B, push it back that way,
Push
right?
it back the other way, where it was. And, yeah, then I just need to find a way of tightening it up some. The nut fell off.
Ah, you don't want your nut falling off.
No. Don't want my nut.
Dear, oh dear.
There was a knob as with it as well, but the knob's gone. The knob with the nut on, both have gone. Sorry about
The nut with the knob.
the nut with the knob is here, but the knob nut, I don't know. Hobnobs, there's a bubble here.
Yeah, there's still some tiny ones going around too.
Good God, isn't that amazing?
Anyway.
Anyway, yes, you're on, and you're hot, baby. You're hot.
Mark Burgess says, does Julia have dreams about doing that? What? Did dance across the room or bubbles? And Sean James Cameron says, next week she'll be on skates. I have actually thought about bringing my skates in.
Have you?
Yeah, but I am... Danger, Will Robinson. There's too many
There's going to be an
breakable
accident.
things.
Yeah.
I squished a bubble. Boop, ah, missed it. Boop, ah, got it.
Oh, right.
Another
So,
one.
ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the roll call.
The roll call. Scrolling up to the top. Right. We have Tall Podge Rod here in Guildford. He says, yes, you're showing up this time. Station Master's Choice. Hello, Rod, showing up fine. And greetings to Richard and Julia. Hello, Playmates, says Sean James Cameron. That's funny, Starsby. Your first message is folks even.
Ah, good old
Silly
folks.
YouTube.
Yeah, silly.
Silly YouTube.
Tube of Ubes.
Tube of Yorb says silly. Bubble.
Oh, bubble. Oh, yes. Bubble going up her nose.
Oh, missed.
Oh, there it is. It's still... Yeah, it's
Okay.
amazing. Yeah, it's
I
amazing.
love
Those-
bubbles. They're so
They
cool.
just like hang about. Maybe it's the warmth in the studio that keeps them up and away,
Maybe.
like a beautiful balloon.
Who knows?
I don't know.
I
Anyway,
don't-
back to the
Back to the roll call.
roll call.
Michael White is in the house. Will it be the usual ferreting around tonight? Of course.
We hope so.
Could you doubt us? Who else have we got here? We have Anna Jones, Mark Burgess, and Anna Jones and Mark Burgess and Starsby and Michael White and Paul Cockerill and Kerry Baldwin. And we also have the lovely G Ramps. Evening, Vobesters, he says.
Good evening.
Audrey Forbes Hamilton. Hello, everyone, she says.
Hello, Audrey.
Colonel Craig Ratty in the house. Josephine Suter, brilliant music. Daniel Watkins, evening all. Henry V. Agincourt made it. Who else we have? Oh, it's Dave Evad. Same old tune. What Muppet made that?
Yeah, who made that rubbish? Oh, we love it.
A
It's
very
brilliant.
lovely gentleman, actually, Dave Evad.
Yeah, it's a great tune and we love it. So we will have nothing heard about it. Otherwise, I'll go and talk to the composer myself.
Yeah, exactly. What he said.
Yeah, exactly.
For Zachary. We also have Simon. Hey, I'm back. Must be mad. Yep, only mad people here. Lovely mad people. And Lisa L is here. Tracy Murphy. Hello, everyone, she says. Elaine Whitelock. Hello, Richard, Julia, and everyone. Colonel Craig Ratty. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in English. And in German and French. Need I go on?
No.
Tall Podge... Oh, I said Tall Podge Rod. David, I'd already said you. Daniel Watkins, I mean. I've already done that one. gosh. Jeff and Mandy. There's another set of new names that I haven't said today. Ron Langley, evening all. Clive Waterfall, evening all. In car on A3 passing through Guildford on the way home. Oh, and I'm the passenger, just to be clear. That's good. Who else have we got here? Jamie Boy, 1995. Hello, Richard and Julia. Patrick Brooks. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hey, hello.
Yeah, hello.
Josephine Suter in the house. Woody Jenny. Mwah. Andrew Norris. What ho, Vobes? The usual greeting. Lovely. And who else have we got here? Scrolling down, we have Conehead. And also here is Lord Geoffrey Harrison. Mama turns into money. Lol. No, I've lost that reference. That was said ages ago. My bad. Anne Wright is here. And also Cheryl Craggs. I'm here. Sorry I'm late. No worries, darling. Good to have you here. Sensible Paul. So are we going close? I don't know. Also here is the Veg Grow podcast. Hello, Richard Suggett. Great video today on the Bold Explorer.
Oh,
review.
yes, great video, of course. That's because he was in it.
Yes.
No wonder it was great. We must do another one sometime, young fella, my lad.
Definitely. Ron Langley is here, and Paul Cockerill, and lots of lovely people. Any new names there?
Yes, got the vintage news.
Hang on.
Sorry, you said, is there any new ones there?
Yeah, because I'm talking to me.
Oh, I didn't realise.
The vintage news is present.
Yes,
the Eastbourne couple, Emily Champion, and that's all I have here.
Lisa L, did you say?
I'm sure I did.
Lisa L says, Richard, you could put a couple of those stripe posts and cement in them, which is just what I was talking about. But I put one in and stopped the selfish people parking in her space. Yes, it's very likely what I'm going to do in the end. And then, as I say, get a sack truck, whatever you call them, and keep that in the back garden. So that these people who park there, well, they won't be able to park there they won't be able to move the cement stuff. So that'll teach them.
The wonderful, lovely Linda Kane is in the house.
Oh, Linda, how could we forget? Linda Kane emailed me. It was Linda's birthday only the other day. She was 21 again. And she said that she'd got some new leathers that she was very keen to... bicycle leathers, these are this time. And she did invite you and I for an old roll in her back garden, I think.
Joyride.
A roll, a ham roll, I think, or cheese roll, and a cup of tea. Isn't that right, Linda? You did do that. I've got the email to prove it in black and blue. Yes.
Did I mention Michael Thornley? I couldn't say, actually, but there you go. Michael Thornley is here.
And Kathy B.
And Kathy B has just arrived home.
Fantastic. Right then, lovely Julia. We do want to see these shoes, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Are you gonna... Oh, look.
Bit mucked up on the foot of this one. But...
Oh, yes. Do you want to come back over here and then we can see them in more glorious detail?
Do I have to dance?
You can, if you so wish. I think, why not?
Or make some stupid approximation of.
Ooh.
Oh, Graham, Whittington.
Oh, she's gone from there. Here she is. Fade. Oh, there we are. Faded the music out. Yeah. You can hear it, but it's faded it from. Yeah. Anyway, here we are. Back here. So show us your shoes then in more hyperbolic detail. Just move this out of the way. Go to the webcam view. This is lovely. Look at that. It's a nighttime scene. That one, isn't it?
Yeah. Hang on. You can't really see it very well.
No, beg your pardon.
A little bit more.
Oh. Because it's nighttime, you can't see it, you see, ladies and gentlemen. It's very...
It's just because it's dark colours.
Oh, dark colours.
You see there's a fluffy black cat on there.
Where? Oh, yeah. Blimey.
Could you hold the phone there?
No. I can hold it here, though.
Cool. So, he's the cat, he's his ears.
Yeah.
Cat and his tail. On the moon.
On the moon.
On the moon. So both
on the
look
moon.
like that.
And what does it say at the back?
At the back, it says, Starry Night.
Starry, starry night. I've just had a horrible fright. Looked in the mirror and...
Lovely cat on the inside as well. Oh, wait, I can't see. Yeah. There, kind of see the predicament. Anyway, so yeah, those. Oh, turn Julia's mic on, please, says Richard Suggett.
Oh, all right then. Bloody people. What, like that?
I guess so.
Yeah, there we might be able to hear you now. It does happen from time to time. People do actually want to hear you.
Can't imagine why.
Yeah, no, I know. That's what I said. That's why I turned it down very surreptitiously. But anyway, what she said was there's a cat and the moon and starry, starry night, and there was a load of something on the bottom. Yeah. So we got through that section perfectly well. Thank you very much. Marvellous. It's almost as if this show has been...
thought out.
Yeah, done before. Audrey Forbes says, pant your patel blue and grey.
Paint.
What?
Your palette.
Blue and grey.
It's meant to say, paint your palette blue and grey.
Oh, I see. Oh, it's from the song.
Look out on a summer's day with eyes that know the darkness of my soul.
Black and blue
Something
and
like
on
that.
the dole. Is that the line? No, probably not.
You do have a way of ruining a good song.
I do. Oh, that's not a compliment, is it?
Not this time.
No. Oh, right. Fair
Not
enough.
this time.
Not
my
this
loving. Oh dear.
Every line, you can say a single word and she'll break into song. Here we are. Sean James Cameron is saying, starry, starry night, to paint your palette blue and grey. Look out! It's Norman Wisdom on a summer's day. Julia's got a touch of modern Baroque about her. I don't know what that means.
It's a style, isn't it?
Style of what? Singing or wearing clothes or look or what?
Oh, the whole thing, I think.
Oh, I see. I don't know what that means. Modern Baroque. I don't know what old-fashioned Baroque is. Is that like Bach? He was Baroque. Da-da-dum, ba-da-dum, 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 ba-da-dum,
Internet
bum,
search it.
Oh, internet search it. Hang on, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to internet
Let's go
search
find
what
out
Baroque,
what Baroque means.
How do you spell Baroque?
B-A-R.
B-R-O-K-E. Broke. Oh, no, sorry. Wrong one. B what?
B-A-R.
B-A-R-B-O.
Q-U-E.
Q. Oh.
Baroque.
Baroque.
Ah.
Baroque.
Music,
Oh, look.
art, meaning.
Yeah, which one?
architecture,
Look.
Painting. Yeah, go for meaning.
Meaning. Go for meaning. Yes, obviously.
It'll cover them all.
It will cover them all. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Here it is. Baroque. Relating to or donating a style.
Denoting.
What did I say?
Donating.
Denoting. Not donating.
No, not donating.
Relating or denoting a style of European architecture, music and art from the 17th and 18th centuries that followed mannerism and is characterised by ornate detail. In architecture, the period is exemplified by the Palace of Versailles and by the work of Rennes in England. Major composers include Vivaldi, Bach, which is what I said, and Handel and his water music. Caravaggio and Rubens are important Baroque artists.
There you have it.
No mention of Richard Vobes, I noticed.
No.
So yes, you have a bit of modern that. Is that called neo Baroque? Neo Safaro. I don't understand why they put everything as neo when they could just say new. We'd all know what they were talking about, but neo, oh so fancy. Is it Latin neo?
Thought we all knew what neo means as well.
Neo means new, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. But that I know, but the word new is easier to say and easier to know. Whereas neo is it sort of disguises it a bit, don't you think?
It sounds posh.
It does exactly
It's
that.
Latin.
It sounds posh. Phew, love it when he does the voices, says Mark Burgess. Oh no, something mucking about. Musical Vogue show tonight. Sing all your chat, says Star. But yes, so we want it all in the style of Baroque or neo-Baroque.
Baroque and roll.
Ah, Baroque and roll.
Excellent.
How would that go? Da-da-dum, 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 dum-dum-dum-dum, da-da-da-da-dum.
Just looking for something to smash.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're having a lovely time. Don't forget, you can call in and cause us chaos and mayhem on 0793474670 or sat on a ferret the other day. I sat on a ferret in the month of May. I sat on a ferret. Sat on a ferret.
You are watching the Vobes show. Call us now on 0793 4746 790. We're waiting to hear from you.
That is the number. Just for a moment there, we couldn't hear that had gone out. I had to do a little tweaky, and there it is. Anyway, thank you very much to the ferret. That is, what was his name?
What did we call him?
What did we call him? Boris?
Did we actually settle on a name?
I don't know. Fernie? Wasn't it Saton? Saton, I think, was the conclusive evidence on that. Saton.
Right.
Anyway, from Saturn to Jupiter. So we have 2 videos in tonight. Shall we watch one of them?
Yeah.
Let's have a break now, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to watch a thing. Go into the... I press the thing. Thank you. Sean James Cameron is back on the London Loop. Yes, we left him, if you remember, tied up with string, waiting for an ambulance on the pavement outside Old Bexley Village. And 3 thugs came over and bludgeoned him over the head. Let's see if he survived to tell us the second section of the London Loop. No, that wasn't the London Loop. This might be it.
Well, I'm back out on the London Loop, and today I'm doing section 2, which will take me from here in Bexley to Petts Wood, which is approximately 7 miles. It's good to be back out on the London Loop. So just as we go into the high street, there's an old-fashioned telephone box here, and it appears to still have the telephone in. Well, there's no receiver. But a lot of these have been turned into libraries. Now, I remember from the last time I came, there was this very attractive map that tells you all about section 2. And it's 9 o'clock in the morning, so it's quite busy. Not a lot of people about though, because we're still in lockdown. And the first section is Tannery Lane, where I need to turn right. And apparently this will take me under the train station. Now, I don't know if this section in the book has been written by the local authority, but it's billed as the prettiest section, or one of the prettiest sections of the entire walk. So that's the train station. I've just come off up there. Another train's just come in, and then we go under this tunnel, and apparently this tunnel will start to turn into a rough path, and then the walk sort of begins, because we'll be back out in the countryside. I'm just walking down by the side of the railway, and I can notice in the trees there that the elderberries are out. We are coming up to the cricket pavilion. And there it is. The hockey and cricket pitches. Look how beautiful this is. Toilet facilities and everything. It must be quite a sight on a match day. It's hard to believe that I've only been off the train for about 5 minutes, and I already feel as if I'm in the countryside. Look at these cottages. Look how beautiful they look against that nice blue sky. And now I've got to walk up, just before I walk up that hill, look how beautiful this little orchard looks here. Well, it's nice to see one of the London Loop signs, just a bit of reassurance, and this old-fashioned sign says, the Cray River Way.
And there he goes, wandering on. We look forward to the next exciting episode. It was rather good.
London Loop.
London Loop.
London Loop.
A man with a stoop could walk the London Loop. Not saying Sean had a stoop, by the way. Just a grammatical rhyme. What do they call it when something rhymes? It's a rhyme, I suppose. Anyway, it's nice to see that. I saw that one of the headlines in the newspapers was that the Olympics, are they done now? Are we finished?
I don't know, actually.
I saw there was people were talking on the radio as if it was all over. Is it all over? Have they finished? Did we win? I don't know is there a winner? I don't watch the Olympics. I never really understand what it's about. But I don't know whether
I don't think there's a winner per se, but everyone likes to keep tabs on which country got the most gold.
Yes, if you got the most gold, that must be the winner, isn't it? Yes, says Simon, Olympics are finished. Thank you very much. They think it's all over, thank goodness. Did we win?
It is now.
Who won? Who won the Olympics? We're very ill-informed here. Talking to the ill-informed, you never know, we might decide one day to do an internet show, and we would be stupid if we didn't know what was going on in current affairs. Team GB secured a remarkable 65 medals at the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games. Yeah, but what about last year?
That is the one that's just happened, because it was meant to be in 2020.
Is that like the Euros?
Remember, we had this conversation last time.
Yes, with the football.
Yeah.
Does that mean that next year, when they have another Olympics or another Euros or whatever, that'll be 2021? Are we always going to be out of sync now?
No.
Will we never catch up? The Veg Grower podcast says, of course, you don't watch the Olympics, you don't have a TV. Exactly. Don't have a TV? No idea, whatever. Audrey Forbes says, no idea who won. No. Did China win? Who got one? 65T Team B got.
I'm sure we could look it up if we wanted to.
Yes, medals. No, but isn't there an outright winner? Is it like the Eurovision Song Contest where we get 0 point?
No.
No, I never quite understand.
No, you saying who won the Olympics, to me, sounds just as strange as who won the internet.
No, but everyone's competing.
Yeah.
So one country must end up
lots of little competitions.
Yeah, presumably one country has got more gold medals than everybody else.
Yes, but I don't think the Olympics actually celebrates an overall winning country.
Paris have got 2,024 medals. Oh, I see. Sorry, I beg your pardon. They're going to get it next year.
Yeah.
Simon says, no, not really, Richard. I didn't quite understand what the point is then. The United States won with 111. 1,130.
China had most, but I don't trust the way they train their athletes, says Station Master's Choice.
They're all UI. IE. What's automated? What's the I?
AI.
AI.
Artificial intelligence.
They're all IE, because you wouldn't. How would you know? I'm not going to say anything else because I may get suddenly banned. Anyway, the other interesting part of the news was, did you see that report there that now we are beyond the point of return in sticking the poisonous, you know what, up into the atmosphere, and we're all doomed to die. And apparently all these recent storms and floods and fire and all of that brimstone. Do you know what a brimstone is?
I don't actually.
You ever seen a brimstone? Well, that brimstone and stuff that's been going on in the world currently, it's never happened before. We've never seen where one part of the world's got a flood and somewhere else has got a fire, and it's all because John Shuttleworth invented the what's his name? Somebody Tull. What's it, that? Not the singer. Utara Tull. Jethro. Thank you. Jethro Tull. It's all because he invented the shuttlecock. Was it him? And that launched the Industrial Revolution. Well, somebody discovered coal as well. The Romans used coal, didn't they? And Coleman's made mustard. And mustard had a good time doing it too. Yes, brimstones are butterflies. Exactly. If it wasn't, there was a butterfly that flapped its wings on one side of the world, and on the other, a phone call came.
Yay.
Thank God for that. Get out of this. Find out who has saved us from ourselves on the Vobes Show. Good evening, and how do you do?
Hello, David Vad here. You're talking absolute rubbish.
Oh, good. Yes, that's it. This is the absolute rubbish show. Did you not see the invisible subtext? Is the Vobes Show?
I missed it. My letterbox was sealed up because of other reasons, and I couldn't get anything.
Oh, I know those other reasons for sealing up your letterbox. So, what do you mean I'm talking absolute rubbish? I mean, apart from being probably right, give us your rundown then. What rubbish am I talking?
Dave?
Oh, it's gone quiet, hasn't it?
Yeah, I asked you a question.
Oh, sorry.
What rubbish? What rubbish?
No, you weren't. No, you weren't talking rubbish. Because I was watching it in a few seconds before, and you come. Oh dear.
What let's start that again. Hello, caller. Is that David Vad from somewhere else?
Hello, it's David Vad here.
Yes.
How are you and Julia?
We're fine. How is your letterbox doing? Because I know you.
Oh, it's tremendous.
You have it sealed up.
Oh, it's been sealed up for ages, and I just got to get some sort of tool to unseal it.
Oh, okay. I imagine there is
Crowbar?
Clover.
Crowbar.
Pardon?
Crowbar.
Clover?
Crowbar.
I thought you said clover, sorry.
That's what he thought as well.
I thought she said...
Do I not speak clearly enough?
Yes, you speak clearly. It's whether we can understand it. That's the thing. So, so the Olympics. Nobody won the Olympics then, apparently.
Oh, the Olympics, yeah.
Yeah. Nobody won that. Then they don't bother to count up the... I mean, surely somebody is sitting there going, oh, I noticed we didn't do very well.
Talk about Olympics. Do you remember there used to be biscuits called Fox Sports?
No.
There used to be these, Fox's biscuits.
Were they green with paper on them?
No, Fox's biscuit. No, I don't think so. They were. You remember malted milk?
Yeah, at least I like
when
them.
a picture of a cow.
Yeah,
picture of a cow on
malted
them.
milk.
You must have loved those.
Yeah, I did. I'm just saying it.
The ones
I
with
loved
chocolate
it.
on as well.
Yeah, lovely. They were lovely.
No, I don't remember chocolate versions, but
they do chocolate versions now.
We do them now.
They've done these sports versions, and it had little pictures of, or not pictures, but depictions.
Yes. Depictions.
Depictions, like a raised sort of what do you call it?
Embossed.
Not embossed, was it?
What do you mean not embossed? If it's raised, it's embossed, isn't it?
No.
In the old print game. Anyway, yes.
Anyway, these biscuits used to have sort of like runners on them and sort of people doing different sports on them. And I don't think you get them anymore.
Oh, good. Thanks for that. I'm glad you brought it up then. Has he been drinking? I think he's been.
No, they were similar. They were similar to
the
malted milk. The same sort of design, same sort of texture and all that.
Yeah, in relief. Were they in relief? Leonard Smith says sportsman in relief.
Ah, yeah, probably in relief. Yeah, it was a relief when you stopped eating them.
Yeah, I bet it was because they put on a lot of weight. Star B says about the Olympics. By the way, he says it's not about winning; it's about taking part.
It is about taking part.
Well, we could be in anything then, isn't it? You could be in anything. Take part.
The problem with the Olympics these days, it's got too professional.
Oh, is it?
There's sponsorship and where in the old days,
yeah.
Whatever that means, they were sort of amateurs and they just took part because they knocked their guts out to get there.
Yeah.
And now you've got all this sponsorship and things like that and advertising and all this malarkey.
Yeah.
They still have to slog hard to get there, though.
But
they're very sort of dedicated people.
Yeah.
But it's just the old. It's all moved along to get some money behind us, and we can do this and do that, and we can. Let's wear this shirt because it advertises somebody, and it gets all. It misses the point, I think.
And the point is taking part.
Taking part.
Taking part. No, the point is taking part because I took part in the London Marathon. Well, I didn't actually, but I could have done because it's all about I could have just got in there, run 5 yards and stopped.
5 yards?
Yeah, 5 yards or even 10 foot. I could have run.
10 foot.
Yeah, any distance under a small amount, and I could have run that, and then I could just stopped without breaking a sweat and say, "Oh, I took part in the London Olympics." Oh, where did you come? No, it doesn't matter where I came. It's all about taking part.
Yeah, but would you have brought your own sweat with you?
I would have bought a bottle of it. I believe that runner who inadvertently did a number 2 on the way several years ago. What was her name?
Yeah, but they all do that.
Oh, do
all
they?
These marathon. Oh, yeah, all the marathon runners do their theses type things on route.
I didn't know they did theses. They do a lot of writing, do they?
Because they're so
Getting their dissertations in.
They're so fit
Yeah.
that their metabolism carries on going, and they just got to do things en route.
Right. I wonder if
Yeah.
they carry that on into other jobs.
You could do.
I mean, you just
What do
move, move the desk into the small room. It's perfect. You wouldn't need to go to the office. You can, every time that there's a Zoom call coming in, you can look a bit
Zoom call, you
flushed.
could just drop one.
I can't hear an echo. There's no echo going out.
There's no echo. I
Sean
can't hear an
James
echo.
says he can hear an echo.
Who said
I
that?
think it's Julia's doing the echo.
Yeah, echo.
Are you doing an echo, Julia?
Echo?
Echo?
Are you doing an echo, Julia?
Are you doing an echo? We might be getting an echo on some internet fallacy mode, but not according to the lights lighting up in here. There should be absolutely pure purification stickers. The London Marathon winner Paula Radcliffe shocked the world in 2005 when she paused en route to the gold medal to relieve herself as TV cameras captured the moment.
Yeah, she done a Richard III, I think.
Did she?
Yeah.
It was a runny one then, I suppose. Did she do that at Runnymede? Anyway, Josephine Suter says...
No, she done it at running speed.
Oh, running speed. Of course she did. That's right. Then she couldn't have paused.
What? Paused at the curb.
Oh, paused at the curb, yeah. I wonder if she got done, though. Because if you or I did that, a policeman would come up, and it was on camera, and say that, hang on a minute, that's... what do they call it if you do something out of the norm? There's an act, isn't there? You've enacted some, ancient law to say...
Acting the fool.
Exactly. Thou shalt not dribble into the curb when running marathons.
Apparently they had toilets on the marathon this year.
Oh, they had toilets. So they run into those little boxes and knock them over.
Or if they're Flintstones ones and they've got the hole at the bottom of the
yeah.
wheels. And
So they
keep
could
running.
keep running. That would be good.
Anyway, Julia, how's the ukulele going, practicing wise?
Oh, I've not been able to do much practice this week at all, so not very
Have you
well,
learned
to be
your
honest.
chords?
Oh, I've learned a few chords, yes, but no new chords this week learned, sadly.
And how about
Have you made any more music lately?
Oh no, I'm waiting for the emphasis from the gentleman with the glasses and the bald head.
Aha.
There's
a bin there.
Yeah.
Sorry,
What?
mate.
There's a bit
What was that noise?
That's him chucking a bottle.
Somebody was coming up the stairs and we had to deter them
yeah.
from coming in the studio. I mean, if they'd listened to us, they would have been deterred very easily. A bit like Sarah Ratcliffe, she had a big turd.
Deterred.
Yes.
Sorry.
Anyway,
Took me a moment.
thank you very much, Dave, for calling in.
Yeah, I've got to go now because I'm just sort of muffling and waffling and.
Yeah, I don't think that was any different from the beginning of the call, to be honest with you. But it's been lovely to hear your dulcet
no,
tone.
thank you.
What
No,
was going on
it's
before
all
the
right,
call?
really.
Pardon?
I've got to go now.
Yes. Give my regards to Sarah Ratcliffe when you next see her.
Who?
Oh, Paula. Yes.
God blimey, Governor.
Paul the other one. Anyway, nice to talk to you, Dave.
Take care.
Good night.
Thanks
Good
for
night.
calling.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That was Dave Evad, which you might think is Evad stands for mad, because Dave is...
Didn't we originally know him as Dave Over Yonder?
Could have been.
Sorry, no,
Days
it was
of
Days
Yore.
of Yore.
Yeah.
And then then I said, oh, I like Dave, because we found out his name was Dave. So I said Dave of Yore. So we changed it to Dave of Yore. And then it went Dave Over Yonder. And now Dave Evad.
And we're glad that Dave Evad gave us a call on Days of Yore. So, moving on swiftly, ladies and gentlemen, Audrey Forbes is going to get her coat.
Yes, because she sat with an H on a ferret the other day.
Sean James Cameron has emailed me the peeing video, he says, if I wish to see it. And actually, to be honest with you, negatory.
Yeah, that's fine, thanks.
What?
I said, no, that's fine.
Oh, thank goodness. I thought you were going to say yes, you wanted to see it. No, we don't want to see it, do we?
No. No, Tara.
Oh, sorry, that was the Sooty and Sweep show. With time for another video, ladies and gentlemen, at 10 to 9 in the evening. Brace yourself, for this is a little bit of Teutonic plates in action.
Tectonic.
The tectonic plates in action. There is a part of England that is missing.
What's a Teutonic plate?
What is a Teutonic plate? It's two-toned. It's the same thing that the ice cream man has when chasing a police car. Let us go into the Vobes.
Well, I'm back out on the London Loop.
And he is back out on the London Loop. But Bernie, more importantly, is out again on the Bell Toot down there in Sussex.
Hello everyone. Well, as you can see, here is the Bell Toot again, and just a short video. Things have happened since I filmed this last year, and I thought it would be a good idea if I went out this morning, test my new wind muffs, which seem to be doing okay, and bring you right up to date. Well, the Beachy Head sightseeing bus is just making its way down towards Burling Gap. The reason why I've come here this morning, down at Bell Toot, is one, to test out the refitted wind muffs, but two, to show you the difference between what I recorded this year and what's happened up there now, because we've had a cliff fall or two up there, and you can see that we have lost actually what looks like a couple of large chunks. If we go in further, there is the pathway, and there isn't the pathway, because that bit of it's gone, and you see how close it is to the Bell Toot, and still there are people foolish enough to be walking up there. And then if we come further down the pathway, we come to another bit. Look at that. That's very precarious. And that's happened in the last week or so, which should prompt the man who owns the Bell Toot to start the ball rolling to move it again, even though I understand he said he hopes to be okay for the next 20 or 30 years. I don't think he's got 20 or 30 years. In actual fact, it's beginning to make you feel a bit unsafe, even just sitting here in the car park. And I really think perhaps the powers that be ought to be thinking about moving this road. Anyway, Vobesters, that brings you up to date with things at the Bell Toot. And we'll see when I get back how many wind muffs have stood up to it. But as you can see, coastal erosion shows no mercy to anyone, does it? Noisy motorbikes, and there you see up there, just before I go, that is all supposed to be fenced off. Look at that idiot. I know he's out of focus, but that is stupidity. Stupidity to the nth degree. Some people never learn, do they?
Blimey.
And if you look at the bottom of the cliff, there's a great pile of people who have tumbled over.
Complete with selfie sticks.
And blind sticks. I mean, the blind wouldn't know, would they? How would the blind? They'd be going, I'm on the path, I'm on the path, I'm on the path. I'm not on the path. Wah! I'm on the bottom.
That's nice.
I don't suppose many blind people go up there on the cliffs.
I don't suppose they do, to be honest.
I mean, it's, not something that I've ever seen. Although I'm blind in one eye, so maybe I have seen them but not spotted them.
Maybe.
Yes, I don't carry a can of paint with me. Anyway, so yeah, interesting but scary, says Anna Jones. Thank you very much, Anna. Tracy Murphy is speechless, and Daniel Watkins is going, dear, oh dear. Although I didn't see any deers. Did you see any deers? I imagine the deers will be going,
Sorry, silly old dear. Go and doing a selfie.
So there we go. Cliff Richard is taking us over the edge again, says Emily Champion. And Emily Champion, by the way, isn't in today.
No, sadly not.
Sadly not. So there we go. Now, it's coming up to 9 o'clock. That was the last of our videos, ladies and gentlemen. So that's all our stuff. Thank you so much for watching. However, we have the feature, which we didn't introduce at the beginning of the show because there was so much content to get through. And bless you for asking. With the 100 concurrent viewers and only 40 likes, is... what was the theme?
Favourite books.
Oh, favourite...
For Wednesday, though, isn't it?
Oh, is it for Wednesday? Oh, not for now.
We could do for now, but we've only got like...
We've only got half an hour to kill and no material.
All
That's
right.
why it would be good.
Well, we'll do it now then.
So what is your favourite book and why? Have you got a favourite book?
Yes.
Oh, yes, I know what it is. It's silly of me to ask.
Yes.
Here we have a favourite phone call. Let's find out who's calling in on the Vobes show on a Monday. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Caller. Welcome to the show.
Hello, Julia. Hello, Richard. Hello.
Champion.
When I said that Emily wasn't actually in the studio, because I was technically correct, she's ethereal.
My voice is.
You're beamed in.
I threw my voice
You
into the studio.
Thank you very much. Well, it's nice to hear from you. What is your favourite book?
Oh, God. Oh, that's
God,
a really hard question. No, yeah, the Bible.
Oh, the Bible.
No, I don't know, you know. I like so many books.
What was the last? What was the last book? What was the last book you read, or the current one you're reading?
Oh,
what are you reading at the moment?
Do you know what? I'm one of those people that
don't read.
Has like no, I do. I'll start a book and then I'll start another book and then I'll start another book, but I'll keep them all on the go. They're all like on the burner. So that, I mean, when I was younger, I used to read a lot, and I always read fiction. And as a kid, I would get through, I don't know, maybe 3 books a week at least.
Wow.
I was always at the library, you know, because you can only take out like 6, and then you have to keep going back. So I was always constantly going back and forth. But as an adult now, I just don't have the time. So I literally, when I get a book, I pick out the bits that I really want to read. And then I just kind of put it to one side in the hope that I'll get some time at some point to read it. It's my weakness. I know, like, women like to buy bags and shoes, and yes, I do like shoes and I do like bags, but books are the biggest thing.
Do you have a lot of books?
I do have a lot of books. I have had to get rid of quite a lot of books over the years because it was just getting out of control. But there's a lot of books I've got in the loft.
And are they mostly fiction?
No, funny enough, as I said, I was always a fiction reader. And then I'm not quite sure what happened, but when I got into my late 20s, I stopped reading fiction and preferred to read non-fiction. So I only tend to really read things that are maybe about, not I wouldn't say autobiographies or anything like that, but just about everyday life kind of things, or books about my job. I guess that's really the only kind of books that I get a chance to read. But I tend to go down that road now. Just
to hold it there for 1 second, because the chat is going bonkers with books. Julia, what are people saying?
Right. Spring Snow by Akira Kurosawa, says Michael White.
Golden Compass. Say Shakira.
Shakira.
Colonel Cragratty likes the Golden Compass series. That's Philip Pullman, isn't it? If I recall. Yeah, I liked that series as well. Jeff and Mandy, they say the like button is situated as a thumbs up to click. Simon says he's reading a book about anti-gravity. It's impossible to put down.
Tish.
Oh, terrible.
Station Master's Choice, aka our lovely Bernie, says Lord of the Rings by Professor J. Tolkien of Oxford University. That is, I do love those books, but it's not my favourite though. What else have we got here?
Graham Whittington's Art Lens, or even Lens Art, has The Cuckoo Tree by Joan Aitken, I beg your pardon. John wasn't available. She wrote the book where she lived in the house that he lives in now.
Oh,
that's cool.
Good.
How about that?
Yeah.
And Simon says, I finished a book about Mount Everest. It was a cliffhanger.
Graham Whittington also says, The Cuckoo Tree is a yew tree up on the downs near Bignor Hill.
Oh, big of him to say so.
I'm going to have to visit that tree, I believe.
And I don't have the patience to read fiction, says Stars B. And Kerry Baldwin says Pole Dark was one of her favourite series. I did read most of them. I didn't read all of them. By Winston Graham, Pole Dark.
Cool. Colonel Cragretti says...
Cold and Dark.
Cold and Dark, yes. It's an interesting name.
The Worst Journey in the World by Apsley Cherry Garrard. All about the expedition to the pole with Scott.
Oh, from Thunderbirds, presumably. FAB. Dun, 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 dun. It must have been terrible trying to land Thunderbird 1 in the Antarctic. Was it the Antarctic or the...
It's a bit fresh. It's a bit fresh.
A bit fresh, yes, probably.
Do you know what I prefer doing now is listening to audio stories, because I can get on and do stuff.
Isn't that cheating?
So I'm not. No. Do you know what? No, it's
do you
not.
Know what?
Because
no. Do you know what? No.
I'll get to the point.
Yeah,
no.
get to it. Well, get to that damn point. For goodness sake. Do you know what? No.
Because do you know what?
Now, do you know what?
I
don't. I'm not stopping.
Oh,
go on.
No, well,
do you know what?
I'd say like the old classics.
Yeah.
They are quite hard going, and I do want to get through, older books. But sometimes when you're reading it and you're tired and you feel like you're reading the same line over and over again, it's not really bringing it to life.
No, it's not going in there, is
it?
And
when I've listened to those classics on audio, because I'm listening to it and someone else is putting in some expression and everything like that, I feel like I'm more focused, and it makes it a little bit more understandable.
Yeah, do you find your imagination gets a bit more active that way?
Yeah, I do, and I feel like I get into the story, and it goes by a lot quicker because I can listen to it when I'm in the car, and especially when you're on a long journey, you just feel like you've multitasked, haven't you?
Stars B says audiobooks read by the author are much better. Now, I would disagree. Some, I would say yes.
Depends on the person.
It does. I have heard some authors who...
Some awful, yeah.
They cannot, they may have written brilliantly, but it's much better to have an actor bring it to life.
It really does make a difference on their voice, because I have listened to some on Spotify, because you can get some audio stories for free on Spotify.
Can you?
And it depends on the person's speaking, because some of them were awful, and it just felt like nails down a chalkboard,
Yes.
It was so difficult to listen to, really difficult.
Stars B also then says The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, presumably, read by Douglas Adams, is epic. Well, I imagine that is because he was
a very vibrant character, isn't he?
Yes.
And very well spoken as well.
And sadly dead.
Yeah, you have to get the right person.
Anna Jones, 84 Charing Cross Road. Now, that's also a play, and I did see the play. The play was brilliant. I imagine the book was equally interesting to read or have read to you. The only reason I said that I think it's cheating is that in a way, it's not cheating really, but in a way, I think if you read the text yourself, I find I remember it more because there's more of me engaged than if I listen, because I can drift off. If I'm listening to something...
I do know what you mean. I do know what you mean.
Although I can drift off if I'm reading something and then go back and go, I've just read that page, I have no idea what it was about.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it could be a bit of both.
Yes.
I think you could drift off for both. But then you think to yourself, the poor people out there. Yes, you can. If you were blind, no, I don't mean like peasants. I mean like people who are maybe visually impaired. I'm talking about visually impaired people.
Oh, they are poor. Yes.
Would you feel if you were I know you are visually impaired.
Thanks.
But, that's all right.
Who is that again? Oh yeah, I can feel.
But you'd feel a bit peeved if the only way you could access
a book
stories was via audio or braille, or if you didn't want to read the braille, you were listening to it, and someone said, "Well, you haven't read the story," you'd feel a bit like, "Well, I did," but it's a bit, I don't know. I'm sticking up for the visually impaired.
Yeah, no, stick up for them. I may well be joining that clan very soon if I can't get rid of this bloody floater. Daily Walker says,
it's not a nice way to talk about me.
I know, I'm so sorry, Julia.
If Julia stopped poking him in the other eye.
Yeah, Daily Walker says, I think I need to download Will Self, the Book of Dave. I've given up on that book 3 times. I have to say, if you can manage to get through any book by Will Self, you're a better man than I am, because I think he's got more words in him than there are in the dictionary. He is the most annoying. I mean, he's got a very drony voice. Bless his little socks.
Who are we talking about?
We're talking about a chap called Will Self, which I'm imagining you don't know.
I keep thinking you're going to say Will Smith.
I can't imagine that's his real name, but it may be. He used to appear on Radio 4 a lot, and he has a very flat, monotone way of talking.
Oh, God.
And but also, instead of using the words that you and I understand, he will use complicated and
round the houses,
but mostly obscure words from the 3rd century.
So he swallowed a dictionary.
Oh my God! And he'll spew them out, and you'll go, "Well, that's all very well, Will, but I've no idea what you just said."
Yeah. He's a bit like that guy. Do you remember? I can't remember his name. Who used to speak in gobbledygook?
Oh, Professor Stanley Unwin.
Yes.
Yeah, well, at least he was funny. He was funny.
Yes, that's funny. Yeah. At least you can kind of excuse that. But when people are talking like they've swallowed the thesaurus, it's a bit like, well, I don't know if they do it to try and be better than everyone else.
Yes.
But everyday people just don't talk like that.
Will Self, Sean James Cameron's put in, is William Woodard Self. Ah, there you go. That makes sense. Mark Burgess adds to, he says, some of the audiobooks read by John Coleshaw, for example, are great because he does different voices. John Coleshaw is an impressionist.
He's an impressionist, yeah.
So that's probably hilarious because you suddenly can hear the person in it. Anything else you've found, Julia?
Linda Kane says Adams is buried at Highgate Cemetery.
Is he?
People leave pencils at his grave.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. It's because I was...
What, sharpened or blunt?
Who knows?
Unleaded.
Unleaded, yeah.
Do you remember unleaded?
Help the environment.
Unleaded. Remember unleaded petrol? Whatever happened to that? Is that still a thing?
Yeah, we still do. But do you know what? They've just relabeled it E5 and E10. Oh. And it keeps saying, is your car E5 or E10 ready? But on the pump, how do I know?
Sinclair C5.
It's too late now. I've just shoved it in my car.
Ah. What happened? Do you remember the stars? There was 4-star, 3-star, and 2-star petrol.
Mm. Yes.
You couldn't get 1-star, I don't think.
No, it was just watered down oil.
Just watered down. Yeah, and I had a boat. No, I had a one of those motorbike things, moped, called, and it had 2 strokes. I took it to the hospital as soon as it had the second one because I thought, it's just gonna.
When you sat in it,
it's gonna list on one side, isn't it? Terrible thing, but you had to put oil in as well, and it was like get in the balance.
Did it stink?
Oh, it was well, I couldn't drive it really because it used to drive me into hedges, and in the end, I just
did it. Did it have like a? Was the wheel alignment all off?
I don't know. It's just every time I went to turn, it decided that it would throw me off like Buckaroo.
Really?
Yeah, it was a lethal thing. I think I only had it for about a month. 50cc, well, 49cc or something.
Yeah,
I never
it's always
passed
something just under, isn't it?
Isn't
it's
it?
Like my car is 998cc.
Yeah, they lie, don't they? It's a 50cc.
Yeah, sold me a pup.
Wait a minute. Yeah, we had that, selling the pup
I want
business.
my 2 back.
Yeah. Station Master's Choice says E10 comes in September.
Right. Well, I think all it is you know where it used to say unleaded 95 and unleaded 98 or something like that, or 97. I think that's all it is. I think it's E5 is the 95 stuff. I think it's just the same. They're just rebranding
95 was a good year for Windows. Do you remember Windows 95?
Oh, God.
Yeah. And 98 was a good... And then what was the other one? That was that funny one that suddenly came in, the Windows...
Well, 98 was when we had the... when everyone started using the internet, wasn't it? It's not, or 96.
Did they not have the internet in 95?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, I thought they had Windows 95 came
Well,
out.
no, they had all that.
Yeah,
but
right.
What I mean is like when everyone started using email, that sort of thing. I think it was like 96 or 97.
I don't remember, to be honest.
I remember being suggested when we did Snug and Cozy that we had a web page for Snug and Cozy, and I do remember thinking that was a great idea, but they didn't.
Yeah, but how do you do it?
But we had no idea what HTML was and all of that.
No.
Here we
well,
are.
no, it was really hard to do anything like that unless you were a computer programmer.
Well, I remember in 1966, I think it was, trying to send an email to another 3-year-old friend of mine. And just
not a telegram.
No, it wasn't on Telegram. I did try Twitter, but I didn't get on with that. Colonel Cragretti says that E5 is the existing fuel. E10 is the new one coming out. I thought that this E5 and E10 was for electric cars.
Isn't that E numbers that you get in sweets?
I think it is. If you have the blue one, it will send you barking. Your car will dance about on the road like nobody's. And it won't stop. You'll try and put it to bed. You get home.
You'll get kangaroo juice.
And you'll say, right, thanks, car, for the journey. And it'll be bouncing about. No, go in the garage. Come on. No, go in the garage. Oh, for goodness sake, if you don't go in the garage, I'm taking your tyres off.
You don't need a mask. You don't need a mask when you go out. You need a whiplash collar.
Absolutely. I could do with a whiplash. Stick to Linux, says Dave Ivad. Yeah, stick to it. That always used to say that. Stick to Linux, and you get
stick to the man.
You used to get a free penguin. I remember all the time with Linux, didn't you? And
Linux.
Yeah,
Linux is how I say it.
Is it Linux?
I don't know how it's.
Lino used to put the penguin in the freezer.
Lino out of
He-Man. Peanuts.
He-Man.
Oh no, that was what was his name in Peanuts?
Lionel. Oh, Lionel.
Lionel Blair.
Lionel Blair.
Yes, you could do a show with Mr. Suggett and call it Sug and Nosy, says Michael White.
Sug and Dozy.
I think that's very insulting, to be honest with you. Sean James Cameron says, I don't want to be Sug. What's your favourite book, Richard and Julie? Lilo Lil says, I don't know what
Lilo Lil.
Today's show has just gone down a plug-hole. Is your car designed... If your car is designed after 2000, it should be okay. Is yours a 2000?
Designed?
Yeah.
Well, how do I not know that Leonardo da Vinci designed my car?
It could have done. He did a helicopter, didn't he?
Well, he did. He did lots of inventions.
He did that stick man, not very good, wasn't it?
The
bloke with the arms.
Vitruvian man. The Vitruvian man.
The arms.
It's because he wanted to draw all the different parts of the body in different positions, and it was all to do with symmetry and how he measured various parts of your body, and they measure up with other parts of your body the same length. So like, for instance, your foot length should be the same length as between your wrist and your
nose.
Bend in your elbow, which it is if you put your foot up to the gap.
If you can.
Wait, say
it
that
should
again.
be the same length. So
same length as what?
Yeah, where
Your foot
Julia's
should be
showing.
there.
My foot is not that big.
It is.
No, it isn't.
I'm telling you the truth. It is.
No.
You put your foot on there.
I can't put my foot up there. I'm not ambidextrous.
You're bendy.
Let's see if I can.
What do you mean I'm bendy?
Go
no,
on.
yours is not.
It is. If you put your foot right up, your foot should go right up to it.
I don't believe that's true on everybody.
It is.
I learned that back in school.
I've got a friend.
we did.
I have a friend who was a thalidomide. Now his elbow.
Well, okay.
Yes, but that is slightly different.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
The wherewithal to get to do the research.
I'm just saying. He had the COVID vaccine many years earlier than anybody else.
Oh god, it all dropped off.
Tell you what, have you got a tape measure?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. No,
You
you
must have taken
bend
a
your
shirt.
leg.
Yes, I've got
You
to take
bend your
my-
leg and put
No,
your
not right
foot up.
now.
Yeah.
Another time, we'll measure your dang foot.
Have
and
you
then
got a
measure that
hole in
there.
your sock?
Why
You've
is
got
that a
hole in
thing?
your sock.
Why is that a thing?
It's
No,
all, it's all
I'm
about
just saying
confirmation
there's
and
different
proportion.
parts. Yeah, it's proportions in different parts of your body. There should be similar measurements
Should be.
between certain parts of your body.
Right.
Yes, meaning that we don't always fit into the
Standard.
nature's
Like, for
rules.
instance, your eyes are roughly halfway in the centre of your face, even though it doesn't look like they are.
Mine is. One of them is. The other one's in
One
a
of them,
jar.
the other one's
The other
rolled
one's in
up.
a jar in the doctor's, in the
In the
surgeon's.
middle of his surgery.
Yeah, he said, "Can I keep your eye?" When he took my eye out, he said, "Do you
Did
mind
he?
if I keep the
Did he
eye?"
pickle it? Did he pickle it?
He wanted to keep it in a specimen
He
jar.
wanted to keep an eye on you.
I kept an eye on him, I can tell you. I know exactly what he's doing at any one time, which I can tell you late at night when everyone else has gone home is very dodgy.
Not that- It's like the teacher couldn't control their pupils.
Yes. David Ved says orchestra stools. I don't know what he's referring to.
That sounds like a toilet talk.
And ethanol.
Ethanol.
Ethanol. Licity. Something to do with that with the petrol. Is
Like
it? Ethanol is something you
Yeah.
pickle
So,
things
something
in.
you sniff.
Is it? Yeah, tapeworm. No,
I bet
that's-
everyone now is at home. Look, they're all putting their feet up to their
they're
up
trying
to
to
their
get
arms.
rid of their old bangers, says Ron Langley. Complete
The
man,
cars.
golden section, cubit. What are they? I can see him through
It'll
the week.
see him through the week, says Sean
What
James
will?
Cameron. I don't know.
What's that? Ethan, who's he? Ethanol.
Are
Oh,
we still
alcohol.
talking about books over?
I don't know.
Are we still
the smell. Because I've got a thing with books.
Yeah.
I don't, because it doesn't. I thought I was the only one, but it is a thing.
Yeah, I love the smell of books.
You are the only one, Emily. There's no other Emily.
No, because I have met somebody else who has the same problem.
I love
When I
getting a new book.
When I go into a bookshop, it's the smell. I don't know if it's the glue or something, but it makes me need to go to the toilet.
I think. Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
and I really quite suddenly as well.
Do you keep books in your toilet room?
No, I used to.
I mean, it would be the best place to do it, wouldn't it? If you suddenly get caught
Yes,
short reading a book,
at least you're in the right place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, one's all right. It's when you've got a big collection, like a library, it makes it
Is it new books or
Really
old
bad.
books or any books
any books. Yeah.
make you want to?
I don't know if it's because I feel relaxed.
I must admit, I prefer the smell of new books. It must be the combination of the
Yeah,
fresh
if there's a
paper
bit of a
and the
must,
ink.
a bit of a must is a bit disgusting.
Yeah, I think I
but-
spent too many years, playing and looking at and reading my grandparents' books.
Old books are
Were
better.
very
says-
musty, but very, very dusty.
It makes you
Yes.
wonder when you go in and you go to and you pick up a second-hand book, how much dead skin must be sitting on the top of them.
Yeah, well,
Yum.
it's soaked up.
And then you what do? You go and you go, oh, I love the smell of dead people's
Yeah, and you just
skin.
breathed inside a dead body.
Yum.
But it's a fact. We're all surrounded by all
I
this,
know.
and it goes in. And the thing is, if you're wearing a mask, you're missing all of that.
You're just breathing
missing-
your own dead body.
Yeah, all your own stuff. It's much better to breathe in everybody else's bits of old skin and snot and, gristle out the ear and whatever else is floating in the atmosphere and all the birds and the bees and the animals who flake stuff off. That's all.
Sound like Snow White
Yeah, it's all good for you.
singing to the birds.
Healthy stuff, all that. And I do think old books are better because they're all out of date, for one thing. And it means that you can you're more reliable than these new books because it seems that
Well,
new
they're so
books.
politically incorrect, aren't they? I love it.
I heard a thing about the all the not the soaps. What do you call the sitcoms? Sitcoms. All the sitcoms now are having either they've already been edited or they have this warning, and it goes something along the lines of warning: the contents of this show is using language that was appropriate back then.
Oh yeah.
And you think, well, obviously, it wouldn't be
Yeah,
using
I
language of
know.
appropriate of today. They didn't think when they were making Faulty Towers and blaming the Germans and all of this, they didn't think, oh, what do they wonder about in 2021 when they all suddenly go through this woke business? What will they be thinking about?
Yeah, there'll be a message at the beginning of our programs. Won't there?
Yeah, they'll say that Vobes
So
show.
this is a message for the wokes.
This is inappropriate. There's a bloke with no
It's
hair.
all inappropriate.
And he has people call in, and they have free choice to talk about what they want. Those were the days, those terrible days where it wasn't prescriptive talk. And here is a program brought to you from the government on subjects you are allowed to talk about. And we will be having a discussion where everybody agrees 100%, or they're sent to the gulag for some.
Or the goulash.
Or for some goulash. Are you lined up in the
sounds like
gulag?
1984.
Yes, exactly. What else have we got out there, Julia?
Any car made after about 2000 should be okay to run on E10 fuel. You can check your car online to see if it's okay to use the new E10 fuel. Nothing to do with the 95 or 98 fuel octane number on the pumps.
Oh, there we are. That was a message from the government. Any
That's
other?
from Colonel Craigratty, actually.
Oh, sorry, I beg your pardon. It sounded very much
It
like
did sound like
the
it.
voice of authority. What else? Station Master's Choice says certain smells remind me of childhood and experiences
What, like a
of the time.
wet nappy?
Yeah. The unique smell of second-hand bookshops, hardware stores, Woolworths, always tobacconists. It's true. I think smell, more than any other sense, can take you to memories that you have forgotten.
Bewley's tobacconists.
Definitely. So when someone's got a bonfire, everyone complains, and all I keep thinking is, I feel like I'm in medieval times.
Is that right? You should come round my house. Oh, you have been round my house.
Yeah, I did. It did.
My
That's
house
what I said to Julia. I said it smells medieval in here.
Yeah. It is. Well, it is pretty medieval, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm still looking for a
All the
mangle.
wattle and daub.
I don't have any wattle and daub. That's the real
Well, you don't
shame
know.
of
It
it.
might be hiding.
It might be, but this is a Victorian house. It doesn't have
Yes.
Victorian wattle and daub. I'd love to have a house with wattle and daub. I'm still after a
could build
mangle. We
something.
looked at mangles online. There was a lovely mangle up in Essex Way, I think Medway or somewhere. That's Kent, of course. But it was somewhere around there. And it was £350, fully reconditioned mangle. And I thought, do you know what? Wouldn't that be lovely to wash your clothes?
And squeeze it out.
Squeeze it through a mangle. Be so much nicer. Get the old tallow
Come out like a bit
candles.
of cardboard. Need a bit of starch in it.
Yeah. I wish I could
And then
go
hang
back.
it out so it's all coal it's got coal smoke.
Yeah.
Comes back in smokier than when it went out.
Linda Kane says not wattle and daub, but probably lathe or lathe or however
Lathe and plaster.
Lathe and plaster.
Graham Cass says dog's feet smell heavenly. Just saying. I'm not sure I can get behind that one.
A bit wet dog.
Audrey Forbes Hamilton says horses' noses smell lovely. That I can get behind. Smells like grass
And the horse gets behind its nose, doesn't it?
Yes.
You noticed how it does
Yes,
that?
it does.
Almost effortlessly. What was that, a horse impression?
Yeah, it was.
Yes, very good. Plenty of wattle and daub in Graham's house, he says. We must go round for a cup of tea. Smelling salts. Yeah, that brings you up sharply, doesn't it? What is it? What is it in smelling salts? Is it the same as Epsom salt? Epsom salts are the ones you shove in the bath, aren't they?
It's probably something that's got something alcohol based in it. Do you think?
What is that? What is that stuff that's not chlorine? But
Well, like ammonia.
ammonia.
Yes, it must be something like that. Because I
Ammonia.
tell you, that would catch your breath. Like
Oh my
peroxide.
God! Have you ever done that? Ammonia.
Woo.
And you open up a bottle of ammonia. You can't buy it, can you now? Where would you get ammonia from?
That would take borax. That would take the hairs out of your nostrils.
Yeah. Oh God.
That doesn't wake you up.
No.
You're definitely dead.
Yeah. Ammonia. Blimey. That's
It
yeah.
probably is something like that.
You can use Epsom salts in the garden. What for?
Killing
Killing
weeds.
Epsom salts.
Killing slugs and snails.
Ammonium
It's not
carbonate is
pretty.
ammonium. Oh,
Yeah,
it
it
is
must
so
be. It must have
carbonate
ammonia in
is
it then.
in smelling salts apparently.
It must be.
Yeah, there you are. God,
Because it's just a little bottle of it, isn't it? They just waft it around the nose.
I was.
Oh God.
Tracy Murphy says, I was forbidden to use my grandmother's mangle, bless her. I love the smell of freshly cut grass. That's a good one, yes, freshly cut grass.
Those two are not connected. She doesn't use the mangle for cutting her grass. Her grandmother was right never to let her near the grass. No, you're not putting that grass through the mangle. Oh, please, Mum, please. I must put it through there. I want flat grass.
Cutting the grass with a pair of scissors.
You can use Epsom salts in the garden to feed the plants.
Oh, feed the plants.
Tuppence
A bag.
Tuppence
Tuppence a bag.
All right, Eliza Doolittle.
Was that from there?
No.
No, that was from Pygmalion, wasn't it?
Oh, Pygmalion. Oh,
No.
Was it not?
No, it
Eliza
was
was Pygmalion.
named My Fair Lady, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah. I wonder what Pygmalion. Imagine having a pig called Malion. It was a very strange film. I do
It's
remember.
a funny word.
Mary Poppins was what you were thinking of, by the way.
Oh,
yeah,
was it Mary
that's a mix of
Poppins?
two.
Hey, Malion, come here, boy. Come here, boy. Great big fat sow. Mate, come in. Who are you calling a fat sow? Oh, sorry, officer. See you standing there. I was talking to the pig, Malion.
The pig alien.
Pig. Oh, he's an pig alien.
Pig M Alien.
Pig alien, hey? Oh, we're having a good
Dear,
show
oh,
tonight.
dear, oh,
Thank you
dear.
for ringing in and saving us for
It's
the
all
last
gone,
half an hour.
all gone downhill since I phoned.
Mary Poppins, Dick Van Dyke. Everyone used to have a go at him. I still do, probably, for his Cockney accent. I used to love his Cockney accent.
I know, it was so awful. It was good.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
He sort of made the Cockneys into a version of the Cockneys that they never knew they would be.
Yeah, it was so laboured, just to
God blimey,
get
Mary
the accent
Poppins.
out. Yeah.
Which is a shame, really, because he was a good he was good in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, actually. Dick Van Dyke.
He's still going though, isn't he?
Oh, he
Yeah,
is. Yes,
that's what I
he
say.
turns up in these mystery programs. Certainly, the mystery is, who are you, old timer? I used to be in
Old-timer.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. No swearing in here, please.
Well,
Off you
gets his broom out, starts dancing.
Yes, me old bamboo, me
Old
old bamboo.
bamboo.
You can have me at me bumper shoe. Who's got a bumper shoe? What is that? What
I
is
have
a
no
bumper?
idea what a bumper shoe is.
I never knew what a bumper
Just
shoe.
kicking you out the butt with the bumper shoe.
You've got a bumper shoe. I mean, you're sitting there going.
Is that like bumper cars with
Yeah.
your feet?
I remember watching it, thinking, "What's? Hang on, hold it, everyone, hold it, stop." What? Can somebody please tell me? Is Ian Fleming about? Did he write the musical? Oh, he didn't. Oh, I see. Because Ian Fleming wrote the book Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Yeah,
Have you
yeah.
read it? Have you read the book Chitty
I've
Chitty
not
Bang?
read it.
I
No.
tell you, it's nothing like the film.
Really?
Well, it's a bit like Oliver Twist. That's missing out a load of stuff, isn't it?
The book is rubbish. I read the book. It's like
Oh, I thought the book was good. I
No,
thought it was
what?
a lot better.
no Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I'm talking
Oh,
about.
Colonel
right.
Cragratty says that Dick Van Dyke was taught the accent by an American, so that's why they got it so wrong.
Well, they are, doesn't it? That doesn't surprise me at all.
And David
Made
Vad is
it
going to
up.
buy himself a banjo, apparently.
Oh, yes, buy yourself a banjo. Claddaranga jinga janga, buy me a banjo. Now, that I know is from Half a Sixpence. Do you remember that one?
Nope.
Half a sixpence is better than half a...
It's just in your head.
Yeah, a half a halfpenny. How does it go? Half a sixpence better than half a penny is better than half a crown is better than none. 1 and 1 make 2. Something have a poo. 'Cause 2 half sixpences joined together make 1. La 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 la. Tommy Steele.
They make a musical out of anything. doesn't
Sean
they?
James Cameron has just sent you some bumper shoes on email.
Oh, bumper shoes.
Bumper shoes.
All
It's
right, let's have a look at bumper shoes.
not like a form of a plimsoll.
It's like a form of abuse. Let's have bumper shoe. Oh, look, here we go. Bumper shoe. Oh, these.
What's it look like?
Well, these are Converses. These are Converses. He's just sent me a picture
Is
of
it just because it's got rub around the edge like a plimsoll?
Oh, yes, plimsoll, isn't it? It's a plimsoll, as we would know.
Plimsoll. Yeah, that's
Yeah. A bumper shoe. Can have me at me bumper shoe.
yeah, but
Handy.
he wouldn't. Dick Van Dyke wouldn't have been singing about those, would he?
No.
Station Master's Choice says the original Chitty Chitty Bang Bang was the racing car driven by Count Louis Zabrowski, co-founder of the Romney Hythe and Dymchurch Railway.
Yes, I think that is true, mainly because he doesn't lie. Let's just quickly have a look at some pictures because I've just noticed they've come in. Lord Harrison has got his favourite book. Here it is. the International Rescue Haynes Manual of Thunderbirds, Agent's Technical Manual. If it breaks down, you just grab that.
That's awesome.
That's fantastic. Thanks for that.
I'm sure Nigel Sadler would appreciate that.
I'm sure Nigel Sadler's got them all anyway.
True.
Let's have a look. Sean James Cameron has just finished this book, which is coming up on your screens now. The Way Home, Tales from a Life Without Technology. And unfortunately...
Mark Boyle.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Sean didn't have any technology to get the book the
twist my
right way
head.
round. I know. We needed some technology to get that to swivel round automatically, but never mind. What else have we got here? That was
neck crooking.
Oh, here is his favourite book. Sean James Cameron sent in his favourite book, Stand By Your Plates. What is it? It's Alan Titchmarsh.
Stand by to repel borders.
The Allotment Gardener's Handbook with over 100 diagrams and charts.
Oh, look at that.
Doesn't he
Classic
look young
Alan.
on that?
Classic Alan there, look.
Yeah, classic. Granny's favourite. Isn't that what they used to say? It's Granny's favourite.
Well, he wrote those books, didn't he? Those raunchy ones.
What, Raunchy Gardeners? And the
No,
gardener
I
whipped out his
can't
cauliflower.
remember what they were called.
He got his cauliflower out and he shoved it onto the ground. Then he unzipped his carrots from the little string bag he'd been carrying. All the sweat
No, he just
was
didn't wash his
pouring.
carrots.
Oh, he looked into her eyes and said, "Got any grapes, love?"
Yeah, I've been sitting on them.
She said, "I've got a ferret." I sat on a ferret the other day.
Down his trousers.
Down his trousers, the ferret went. And he was never seen since. It's a sad,
Yes, he
sad
writes
Like a rat
romance
down a
comedy
hole.
novels, apparently.
Pardon?
Apparently he writes romance comedy novels.
Yes,
Oh,
yeah.
does he? He
Yeah, he
writes
did.
romance comedy.
Like Mills and Boone kind of books, wasn't it?
Nice.
Can't imagine him being into
Well,
that
it
sort
was
of thing, let
probably
alone
like
writing it.
Lady Chatterley's lover or something.
Michael White says, if we all threw away our mobile phones, we could go back 30 years.
Okay. I don't know what to say to that.
It would just be going, I wish I had my phone with me because I'd be able to show you the picture that I took yesterday.
Exactly.
It's Clive Waterford.
We'd have to send off our film for processing and
Oh,
wait about
yeah.
two years before it comes back,
Yeah.
and then find out that we actually took pictures of nothing.
The candid camera gag. Remember that? Do you remember the candid camera gag
Yes,
when
you
people
said
come?
where they'd go.
They come in after their holiday and they come to develop their films, and there they are. They hand it to the bloke at the counter, who's obviously the stooge, and he swaps it in his hand. They don't see that, and he goes, "Oh yes, and what sort of holiday? What sort of pictures? Oh, these are our holiday. Are they?" And he pulls it all out to expose them.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think they'll be all right. And they go, "Oh my God, you've just exposed them. We can't get them back. Memories. It was my poor old
They're
dad."
gone.
I go, "No, I'm sure they'll be fine." No, you don't understand. I thought you can't. And it was hilarious. I used to love that candid camera. The original was hilarious. You know, that all went downhill because everybody did. Then do you remember YouTube used to do all that? YouTube used to do the pranks
in the
and
early
things.
days.
In the
Yeah,
early days,
it was.
pranks. Do they
It
still
wasn't
do
really
that?
like everyday people, was it? It was
No.
very, very different from
Do they
what we
still
have
do that?
now.
Pranks and stuff. Seems a long time ago since when my son Billy and I would sort of look round and we would watch these, you know, people having accidents and
Yes,
pranks.
because they would do a TV program where they'd collate all the
All the
funny
YouTube stuff.
videos, and everyone would just watch it on the TV.
And it doesn't seem that long ago, and it isn't.
No.
But we've all evolved. We've all
Yeah,
evolved.
it's so far.
It's interesting. I wonder what the next fad on YouTube is.
Lord Jeffrey Harrison says, can we have a favourite picture on Wednesday's show?
Yes, you can. Yes, favourite picture on Wednesday's show. We can definitely do that. I expect he's got some.
Everyone's
funny
going to do a selfie, aren't they?
ones. Yeah, of
And
course. they are.
Sean James Cameron says, remember when you had the pictures back... Wait, did you just say that? When you had the pictures back and you got one large picture and two smaller ones on the side, which you
Yes,
cut off.
yeah, true print.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you get a free film sent back with every film you sent off.
They were the days.
Yeah.
A free film.
I think I've still got some that need processing, actually.
I bet people have in their drawers, and I bet you what? I bet you can still get them processed, and
Yeah,
they still look
yeah, in
good.
Boots, probably. Yeah.
And they'd still, you know, because they had the expelled by date, but I bet they look good. We come
Yeah,
to
I've
the end
got
of the
some-
show.
Yeah, I need to clear off, don't I?
Well, we've got things to do. Julia's got homes
Yeah,
to
I know.
go to.
Got
I'm
people,
already at
people
home.
to see.
Uh,
I know you've got a long journey home, haven't
long
you?
journey down those stairs. Graham Whittington says, I still shoot analogue film and also going back further to glass plate and wet plates. Ooh. And do you process the film yourself, or do you take it to... I bet you can't just walk into Boots now and have it done. I bet you have to send it off to a special place.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Michael White says, send a picture of themselves, everyone. And Station Master's Choice says, sadly, those prints I have found to degrade very badly over time.
Mm.
Mm.
Mm. Oh, dear.
Right, my back is killing. My knees are breaking.
Is that you off?
You need to sit on the ferret.
We've got to get rid of the show now.
I need to get off. I need to get off.
Julia needs to stretch. We've been sitting here for a long time. Thank you very much, Emily Champion, for ringing in.
Well, yeah.
Always a pleasure to hear you dulcet tone.
Always pleasure, never a chore.
No, good. Nice to hear your dulcet tone. Very serious conversation as ever.
Yes, it was.
Put the world to rights. Take care and look after yourself.
And you. Speak to you soon.
Love you, lady.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
So there we are. Sorry about that. It was the wrong number. Anyway, next week at the same time, other things. But for now, I can take those headphones off. We must go. Thank you so much for tuning in to lovely Judith, who's been out there ensuring that the bill...
Waving her blue spanner.
Yes, waving her blue spanner and making sure the electric bill doesn't come to my house. Thank you for that. And to everybody who sent in videos, which was Sean James Cameron, Bernie... International.
And Sean James Cameron and Bernie.
Sean James Cameron and Bernie, twice up. And next week might be you, if you play your lucky numbers right. And thank you to lovely Julia. Thank you to Emily Champion for calling in. And thank you to Dave Ivad for ringing in. Nice to have 2 phone calls in tonight's show. And, of course, all of you for typing away your heart's content, telling us about your favourite books and other things that you did mention, which we tried to read out or not.
And thank you very much, Richard, for putting on the lovely show.
There we are. My pleasure. Until next time, look after yourselves. Have fun. It's been great to do all of this, but we must disappear. Bye for now.
It's all good on your face.
Thanks. Bye.